up. Why is this not charging? Charger's on, it's in. It's having problems with my charger here, guys. Hang on a second. I'm trying to drive back down to get my stove. Why is this not working? Everything's falling apart, to tell you the truth. It's been slowly falling apart for a while. There. No. Dang it. Okay, maybe it's something. Hang on. It's not the connection. It was charged. I'm gonna try this again. It's not charging. All right, the camera's working at least this time. I'm in max. Things are just, they're getting rough. I'm in a good spirit and everything. I'm just not sure what to do. Things have been like falling apart or slowly degrading for a while now. And I'm highly adaptive, so I keep adapting and everything. But, it's getting rough out here, guys. It is. I've been persevering and everything. But it's all kind of been falling apart, like, I guess since I went into Oroville. Which I don't regret. I don't know, I've got to figure out how to make this charge. Alright, you're holding at 30%. I'm here, I've got the truck turned around. I gotta hike in this way and grab my camp stuff. Just my stove is all I'm gonna grab right now. I'm parked off the side of the road here, so I'm alright. It's difficult always only being able to count ourselves, you know, and always being against it. Not to mention lots of things not having the experience in, and just having to have the faith in myself to be able to do it anyway. And then a little bit of, you know, acceptance when things go wrong, because that's the price for experience and also for freedom, in my opinion. I feel like a lot of outside forces here recently, and I'm just starting to kind of realize it. You know, I've got that first day kind of like back in the wild feeling, that little bit. I just feel like a lot of forces, outside forces, have been trying to like stop me recently. I don't understand why people would obsess on, you know, making things go bad for a person. But that's what I've had. I've had a lot of people here recently trying to make my life bad and take away my good things. And they're all, not all of them, all right, not all of them. A few of them are just selfish. Some of them, though, they've got this, like, they call themselves the good guys, like they're exposing me for something. Really, they're just making money off of these hateful sites and stuff out there, you know? And then others are following me around and slandering my name. I gotta figure out how to stop this crap, because it's how bullies are. Much like every predator, they do, like piranha, you know, they just pick little bitty bites until there's nothing left. So I gotta turn around and stop these guys. I gotta go get my stove, guys. I'll leave y'all guys plugged into the power source while I'm out. Shouldn't take but a few minutes. Hopefully you charge. It seems to be charging now as long as I'm not recording, so it might be all right. I need a new camera. Definitely need a new battery, you know. I want to get my stuff done so I can get back to camp. A couple days and I'll be mellowed out. I've just got that first day. I should be doing something, feeling that, you know, what am I doing with my life feeling? All right, we got it, guys. Took a lot. I couldn't find where I stashed the second part. Then turning around was crazy. It's neat. I am watching my skill set build throughout all of this. And with that, my confidence. However, at the same time, with confidence, I always try and make sure it's the right confidence. Like, a healthy ego is a good thing. A negative ego is a bad thing. Confidence can be like the same, you know. If I'm overly confident in what I'm doing, I can mess up because I stop paying attention to the little details. If I'm not confident enough, I might choke in a moment where I can't stop. You understand? All right, let's go on back home, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. Gonna go into silent mode now. Oh, pardon me. That's what's so great about Max being fixed idled down so low. It's not as loud as it used to be. You remember it was like an airplane. Shout out to Michael and Tom. Thank you, guys. Okay, so while y'all's battery was charging earlier before we took off, I made some, I know it looks like a mess. I made some sausages here. Oops. I'm gonna clean up, and then we need to get to, let's see. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? I was just thinking, should I edit out the part where I like show you the mess I made while I was eating? That's what it is. See, there's a whole bunch of little things like that that I've been thinking about too much while I'm recording and too much while I'm editing. That's like somehow the haters have gotten in my head, and I just now I'm like, oh yeah, they're gonna say, look, proof is just a mess, right? Well, I sat down and ate, and I went to get my crap, and I came back to camp to clean up and make my camp, you know? So why am I sitting here already defending myself against haters that haven't even said anything? It's because I want to tell you that I'm micro editing myself in my head nowadays, and that's not a good thing. There's actually a scientific study, a psychology study about self-censoring, and part of the reason that the world is getting to the extremes that it's getting in a lot of ways is because people are censoring themselves from not saying things about certain subjects and stuff. That I'm guilty of it. I try and be more uncensored with like my world views and stuff, but I have started censoring myself. Like, I was just thinking, dude, just edit out the mess, you know, which would have entailed starting over at the beginning of the scene. See, is why I don't like that. I don't do that very often unless I just totally like mess up a word that's just like really horrible, right? And I'm like, so say I open up the hood, right, and I look in and I'm like, oh, the I'm like, that's not how, dude, right? I'm like, so I close it, right, and I like, this time try and do it without cussing, and I open it up, right, yeah, but that's why I'm leaving in some more swear words too, so, okay, this whole thing's gonna be talking. I get the temporary camp here cleaned up, and then, shoot, I'm too loud. There's a bunny rabbit over there, guys. Right in there. See, it's just that little brown spot to y'all guys. How cool. Oh, I keep calling this the briar patch, and there's actually there's Briar Rabbit. All right. Are you still there? He's gone. Okay. Yeah, you can tell how old it is and how deep in it's going by these little Christmas trees. They're growing out of the old logging road. Whoa, that'd be a cool effect. As if it was the shot of the top of a tree. Yeah, so what happens is the further down we go, the more it closes up. And the more it gets like that over beside us. Ah, shoot, you've got 34 freaking %. Okay. I'll save it in case something happens, guys. Never give up. Never surrender. I just about have everything set out in front of the truck. I decided we aren't going to try and get all the way up into the boonies tonight. We're going to camp on the edge of it up here. I found a nice flat spot. It's kind of open. It's not real big. I figure we can set up some booby traps, some like alarm traps and stuff so that we'll know if anything gets around the tent or anything at night, and it'll do. Okay, I'm about to lose my battery. I got to get you plugged in and then get the rest of the stuff up to camp. Good morning, friends. It's day 2. Just woke up a few minutes ago. It's probably around like 8 or 9. Woke up with the sun coming up this morning. That was so nice. I looked around outside and I'm like, I'm going back to sleep. I gotta find my coffee. We're heading further up into bear country today. I was thinking about it last night as I laid here and went to sleep, and it's like, so. Hi guys. Okay, friends, I've got camp all broken down and set out in segments. Basically, we've got, this is the tent and the bedroll. Got the tarp and the top of the tent here, food, ammo, etc. Stove. I got 47 minutes left on this SD card. SD cards should not be our problem this go around, I don't think. I might have to sacrifice old footage that I'm never going to get to use anyway. So I took the trash run back to the pickup truck. We came in that way, not very heavily wooded, right? I mean, it's a lot more heavily wooded than where we've been staying. That's where we're going. Now what I figure we're gonna do, we'll probably take a scout run first with no equipment and no camp stuff. Find where we're going to set up a shelter. Then we'll go ahead and build like a small corral pen around it. Help us feel better at night. Help me feel better at night. I know y'all guys don't have to really worry about it, as long as they find the footage, right? Yeah, Michael will edit it together. So anyway, we'll put up a nice structure so that I can feel safe and be a little bit safer. Then come back and haul the stuff in. Now, while my friend Yvonne was here on her 2-week vacation, I threw my pistol, my black powder pistol, I called Josie Wales here, in the in my dirty laundry, just to like store it while I was out and about with her. I just relied on the 22 basically. Well, Josie Wales got some rust, and so I've got to clean it up tonight. We also have this black powder. This was a black powder rifle that I cut down because it weighed like 30 pounds. So it's just It's a 45 caliber black powder rifle. I've never shot it before though, so we need to go shoot that. After I clean up the black powder pistol, we need to go shoot that too. And hey, the 22 is always fun to shoot. So because I don't want to give away my location for my camp, we'll go down to the cabin maybe later today, like this evening, or maybe earlier tomorrow, and we'll do our shooting down there. So I did get Josie Wales over here, my black powder pistol, cleaned up enough that he'll shoot reliably. I'm worried about the caps. I hope that I didn't get oil up underneath there. That's the risk we run with black powder though. Now, also I brought this time my samurai sword with me. So this is a real Japanese katana. It's bent backwards because I had this back when I was drinking, while I was in active addiction. And so I messed it up. And then when I left to Bay Ford, one of my brothers got it and they reforged it for me and they straightened it. So like, it still needs a little bit of work, but they did a really good job. But the way that a true sword is bent and folded on itself so many times to be so strong, when it was heated, it caused the metal to warp inward. So it's actually reverse curved. I like it because against like a bear or something, it could be used as a spear, right? So for thrusting. Also, you know, it's good for hacking and stuff too. And it's very light. It weighs a lot less than my machete. My machete I keep mainly for like with moose and stuff for that strong hacking. Dang, we've been talking for 4 minutes already. Okay, let's get walking, guys. I like this kind of environment because where it is easier for other things to hide and jump out and stuff, for someone like me, it's also very comfortable because see up underneath like all these logs and stuff and in through there, I'm really good at maneuvering through stuff like that pretty quickly actually. Whereas even bear and moose are a bit too encumbered to like get in and through that real fast. Now a black bear that's about my same size could way outmove me in something like that. However, a black bear that's my own size would rather ambush me than come straight at me like that. So a black bear is a lot like a tiger. It's mostly an ambush predator. The confrontations that you have with like a brown bear or a grizz are different. Though pretty much all bears, unless they're those crazy ones or those different ones, a good standoff, if a person isn't afraid, they can do it and the bear will go the other way. It's just not worth it to them to get hurt. So when they encounter an adversary that is intense and doesn't seem like it cares about getting hurt either, as long as it damages the bear will go find easier prey. Now moose are freaking insane. They won't stop no matter what. The only thing that'll stop them is a wolf. Or maybe a really big bear. But they'd stomp the heck out of a small bear and not think twice about it. Oh, the wolverine. Yeah, nothing messes with the wolverine. All right, we got a little ways to go. Isn't this beautiful? It's so nice. big pile of bear mess right there. We're home. See, my dad, when I was like, some of my earliest real memories are like 7, 8, 9. We lived in the middle of nowhere, literally, out in southeast Alaska. 16-foot Lund was our skiff, and we'd haul everything back and forth to these different islands. And that's some of the largest concentrations of brown bear in the world. I've woken up with brown bears scratching on the tent. Been part of a showdown between a brown bear and my dad one time when we got cornered between the skiff and where we were picnicking. A brown bear had come down. It was a literal showdown, like in a Western or something. I love this environment. There's something about it. Or we just have to be safe is the thing. And it's like, I don't know. I'd rather deal with a brown bear or a black bear than a lot of people, you know. If you know how to talk to them, they'll listen to you. They'll accept me here as a neighbor here pretty soon. We'll actually get to see some wildlife camping here, guys. You can't see it. I should have started filming earlier. All these little trees and stuff, they just continue on. They just keep going. This is the real wild up here. And we've got to keep our eyes open all the time and our ears constantly aware. Like that though, I'll start marking out territory. They'll start coming by. They'll smell our territory. We'll conversate with body language and looks, and then establish us a little home here. It's one thing about the wild. Walk into oh, there, whoa, there's some more. Okay, we're definitely in somebody else's territory right now, guys. Now this guy, that's smaller. That's not as big as the other one, but that's fresh. I mean, there's still like flies around it. Okay, we will definitely need a shelter and a perimeter in order to stay here. Now we're not staying here for long. We're gonna set up a small throw together camp, and then we're headed even further in. We're gonna find a really nice spot that is highly defensible and on good ground, you know, maybe with a level like place to sleep would be nice. I'm just gonna enjoy the calm and the peace here. Look out for more animal sign. Scout the area. Then we'll head back to camp. Yeah, because I've got to scout out here what we can use for building material. There isn't much. Most everything that's laying around, you can see it's all this like broken up sticks and twigs. All we need is like a little corral thing, something that they'd actually have to work to get in, and we'd hear them on the way in. All right, I see you in a couple, guys. All right, here's another pile. This is pile number 3. It's also very fresh for a size comparison. It's not small for a black bear. Okay, I'll just keep counting and then I'll let you know. I'll see you in a few, guys.